Hello, I'm Julia Cordova. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. I could not find my reading glasses. I think they're in my car, but I have some very old ones that I bought when I was trying to look cool. They make me look like Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I'm going to talk fast today anyway, but ready? All right. And by the way, did you know I could talk like Bart Simpson? Nobody better lay a finger on my butterfinger. I can. I could talk like him all day. I want to do it. I want to do it for you because I'm nice. Okay, let's look at ES or XPX weekly futures. So you know what I didn't do that makes me a complete dumble F is I did a monthly video last month where I identified pretty much exactly where ES backtested to. But did I put the monthly pivot on my other charts so I could watch them? No, I did not, which is a cardinal sin of why I do this in the first place. So anyway, I always like to start off by looking at the monthly charts so that I know where the big picture is. And had I put that on my other charts, I might have done really good. I mean, I did okay anyway, but this is pretty impressive, I thought. So anyway, from a monthly perspective, what we've done is we've backtested the channel. I personally do not like hammer type candles in uptrends. So doesn't mean it can't go up further. I just don't like it. But there's nothing inherently bearish about this chart. If we came back again and did a back test, that value would be over the course of June would be 4076.81. But if it did come all the way back here, not sure that would be bullish. However, that would be a back test of the monthly channel. Otherwise, going higher to the measured move of 46.92 without delay. Okay, let's look at the weekly. Okay, from the weekly perspective, we've had some positive progress finally, but not a whole lot of movement here over the past few weeks. It's just sort of consolidating for a bigger move, which has not started yet, whether it's up or down. Now, if it gets and we haven't ever closed below this thumbs down line, which is for this week 41.68. We are above this resistance line of 41.83 on the weekly, but any kind of back test of 41.83 will be watched along with 41.68 for some downwards action. Otherwise, going to the living with chemistry line of 43.80. Okay, let's look at the daily. I had been joking around just with some people offline about this being an Olympic podium top, but I was kidding. Probably. I didn't erase it yet just because I thought it was funny. But one thing that has happened is we've had a bunch of shoots above this resistance area, and in this case we actually shot above it and then closed right below it. So that is the figure I'm watching for this next Sunday, Monday is 4205.26. That is the top of this channel that we closed just below. And if that does not hold, I'd be looking at a back test of this 41.78 line. But as long as we keep our upward motion, this target here is 43.56.50 on the daily chart. So below 4205 down to here, and then I'll have to draw some more lines because I don't have a lot below that. So let's look at Nasdaq monthly. Okay, so this upwards line here I got from way back when, okay, and we sort of breached it a couple of times and closed above it, but it's still here flirting with this line. We haven't gotten a definitive close, but you know, again, it's similar to ES. There's not, even though this range is pretty huge, it still really hasn't done anything. It's still consolidating here for a larger move. And let's look at the weekly chart. I had put this blue line in place so that if we close above, we'll have early warning signs of a breakout, and we still haven't done that. But for this week, it's even lower than where we closed, so that'll be really interesting to watch. We're watching now 13.658 for early warning sign of a breakout, and then on the low side, if we do get a dip, 12.757 is the number to watch on the weekly, and if we move higher, we'll be watching 14 20 or so. Now, yes, that's all I'd like to say about that at this time. Okay, let's look at the daily. So I had put in a potential bear flag, and Monday, of course, we broke right out of it. We closed above this rocket line, which negated it. And then we've had some upward-ish movement since then. If you squint your eyes, you can see there that we are triangulating here. We had a pennant, we triangulated, we broke out of, and then we, oops, broke back into. So that's not super bullish short term. It can be. We've had other similar things happen where it's gone up, and so on the upward side I'd be watching 13767, but I think more importantly watching this 13631 on the downside, and because it's right at the intersection of, we have a couple lines there that should support it there. If not, holding this rocket line will be very, very important. Otherwise, very bearish in my opinion. So whether or not this is a fakey breaky, looks like it to me, or not, we will see on Tuesday. Well, we'll see it on actually tonight when futures open, because futures are open even if the market's not open, at least during otherworldly hours. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin. Okay, so I think I had said on Friday that I expected some consolidation into Saturday and Sunday, and pretty much closing exactly, or pretty much, ending up exactly where we were, which was true, right? Because that was at 3,600 or so. It's 36,000 or so. It's 36,000 still. Now, if it gets below this 32,800 though, that would be bad. That would be very bearish in my opinion, and I think we'll go all the way down here. However, if we get some upwards momentum and it closes above this 37,063 or so, I think that would be at least short-term bullish up to this top of this channel at 46,000 or so. Okay, it's not officially going to the freaking moon for me anyway until it's above this 48,480 line. Okay, then I think, okay, moonbeams. But for now, we're watching this. Now, the most bullish thing that you guys have going for you, if you are Bitcoin hodlers, is that a crap ton of people who don't know what the F they are talking about say this looks like a Head and Shoulders. No, it does not. What kind of weirdo are you that has a misshapen tiny little shoulder and a big ass head, and then you think that we're going to form another little tiny ass? No, we're not. Now, it can go down from here, okay? But this is not a Head and Shoulders pattern at all, even a little bit. And somebody even retweeted me saying the TA shows Head and Shoulders. No, it does not. No, it does not. Especially not my TA. It does not. No, it is not a Head and Shoulders. It is not. That is the most bullish thing you have going for you, is that other people think that. Ew. No, it's not. And let me show you an example quickly of another thing that a lot of people were talking about Head and Shoulders in that turned out to be quite bullish, at least short term. That was GDX. In GDX, we had this formation, okay, and we bought it right here, okay? But this is also not, was not, and is not a Head and Shoulders pattern. Little crappy little shoulder, big ass head, little crappy little, what? No, it's not. No, it's not. That's why we bought it here, because we're like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all are talking nonsense talk. In fact, some people were saying that this was a shoulder, as if this were a neckline. No, it's not. Learn your anatomy, people. Learn your anatomy. Okay. Anyway, it's very clear from here. It was clear here, I thought. That was a very good entry and risk reward. But it's clear here. Above the 37,063, good. Below this 32,804, bad. All the way here or here. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at Ethereum. What? Okay. This is my Ethereum chart. Now, Ethereum was a little bit harder to chart, I thought, than Bitcoin, because previous to it going bananas, it hadn't really done anything. It hadn't done it. I mean, it goes up, right? It was just until it got, over this 680 area. I should draw that in somewhere. Maybe it's right here. until it got over about 770 or so. It was nothing, and then it just escalated. Okay, yeah, 770, that would be the one to watch. Okay, anyway, all right, so here's what I'm watching for Ethereum. If we do get a dip, if it happens, I will buy the ever-living F out of a dip to around, now this is on a daily basis, so it may not get here today. It's not going to get here today. But I would buy the dip all the way down to, especially, 1850 or so. This would be a fan-freaking-tastic entry if you are not already in or looking to buy the effing dip, because it would be very low risk reward, or very high risk reward. Buy it here, set a stop below this previous low, which was 1739 or so, okay, and watch it go, or watch it get stopped out and lose a little money, and that's okay, because then we buy it down here. But anyway, if a dip happened, that would be the values to watch. Now for today, it is flirting with a breakout as I speak. 2455, a close above, in my opinion, would be bullish-ish. Now, if you wanted to be a little more conservative, you could watch the price action around here and just verify that, just in case Bitcoin takes a dive and takes Ethereum with it. So, let me put in the values for tomorrow, which would be Monday. Okay, above this 2452, in my opinion, a close above, bullish. A close below this 2290, bearish. Okay, and I do expect most of the movement to happen Monday or so. That's just my personal opinion. This has just been consolidation, right? Down, or up. We shall see. Those are the figures I'm watching, and this is an excellent chart. If I do say so myself. Yeah. Anyway, I like it. All right, let's look at gold. Gold has been very bullish this week, but we still have not met the measured move target from the breakout, which was 1926.1-ish. Dips should be bought all the way down, in my opinion, to 1852 or so. That would be a fantastic place to buy if we did have some sort of pullback. But if you squint your eyes at the hourly chart, this does look like a bull flag, and it does look like it broke out. So better hold if it back tests. Better hold. You can draw that line in yourself. Y'all are good. I might do it on Twitter if it does, okay? But yeah, looks bullish to me so far. So far, so good. Yeah, on the hourly we have a bull flag breakout, but it better hold. Okay, now let's look at silver. So silver weekly had an inside week, not that exciting. The best thing about silver is the 4-hour chart. Why? Because remember this squinty bull flag that we identified? I took the same slope and applied it here. And what do you know? It works again. So a breakout of the silver 4-hour bull flag, larger bull flag, would be 28.085, okay, on Sunday/Monday. Above that, bullish. If it keeps going down, then we have to wait until it breaks out before it's extremely bullish. But it is extremely bullish. Personally buying the dips. Okay. Now let's look at GDX. Right. Now, is anybody surprised that we closed on the martini line again? Say it with me. No, we're not surprised, because this is a very good line and because we know what we're doing. But it really has to get above this line above in order for me to say it's like super going to the moon, okay? So I'm just expecting still some consolidation and chop around this area before it goes moonbeams bonkers. We're not in the turbo zone of RSI yet, so it's not necessarily, I mean, it's fine. It's just doing a thing where it does a thing. But we haven't done anything. It wouldn't surprise me again to see another week of consolidation before it makes a decision. Okay. now let's look at oil. Oh boy. Okay, so there is nothing that inherently looks bearish about this. In fact, it looks quite bullish to me. But the most bearish thing it has going for it is the number of tweets I saw that said, how many times can it backtest this line? Like, yeah, and it's just a matter of time before it breaks out. Oh gosh, you're making it bearish. Shush, stop. So anyway, it's not as of yet. Now, it will be extremely, again, a confirmation of bullishness would be above this previous, which was 68-ish, okay? So above 68, Super Bowl, like Super Bowl, even if it pulls back after, Super Bowl, okay? Because that would be a higher high. And right now, it's just sort of hanging out. So it could actually dip quite a bit, in my opinion, and still be bullish, and still screw all those people that bought this. How many times can it test the line? Oh, I can see that happening. I hope it does happen. I might short it, provided it doesn't get it back above the 68 level. Okay, I think that would be like the contrarian thing to do. But if it gets above the 68, it's going to the moon, and it probably will. So we'll see. No position right now. Let's look at Nete. Finally, we closed the Nete gap. We created another gap. We closed this gap. And it's still on the weekly breaking the F out. Yeah. Now, it hasn't made a higher high yet from here. But it still looks good to me. I took a small long position over the weekend. I have a small long position. I was long and then I was long and then I was short. And then I was long again. So, yeah. I'm looking for it to go much higher. It hasn't done anything. I think it should. It doesn't mean it will. And the longer term natty is not very, it's twitchy and it usually goes down. So that's just my opinion. But I think it's breaking out now. And I think if it holds this breakout, it's going way higher. Just my opinion. Okay, now let's look. Oh, nothing else. All right, good. Okay, we're done. Okay, make myself big. Okay, thank you again for, I don't want these on. Thank you again for subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day if you have that day off. And take care, and I'll see you on the interwebs. Okay, bye.